So if the
Okay,
Biden-Harris
yeah.
administration, or if the Biden-Harris campaign was nominated, right, as the candidate for the Democrats, that means that Democrats, when they voted through the context of the primary, understood that if Joe Biden stepped down, that Harris would become the nominee. That's exactly what happened. Joe
Yeah, yeah.
Biden
I
stepped
think
down, Harris became
anyone
the nominee, and 80% of the Democratic Party was satisfied with her being the nominee. So she would have been, even if they had a primary, voted in through the context of the primary, even though there was no sense to have a primary that close to the election, and because it is the context that in which she is the vice president, it would step up when the president steps down.
So you're saying that they made it obvious that Kamala would be
Kamala.
his like de facto replacement.
That's exactly how vice presidents operate. Yes, that's what vice president
Well,
is. Yes.
yes. Okay, yeah. Yes, but it that's not how they portrayed it to us.
What do you mean portrayed
I
it?
don't think it's fair to say that.
That makes
Because
no
they were a
sense. That
team,
it
right?
was it
No, he
was
chose her because of her intellect, not her capability of taking over for him. Like they didn't address that at all, like in any way. So it's just weird. Like I
wait.
get what you're saying.
What
Like
do you?
yes,
They
a
don't
lot of
have to. That's what a
Republicans
vice
actually,
president. They don't have to. That's what a vice president is.
yeah. So a lot of Republicans had that talking point that Kamala was just there for
Kamala.
when, Joe, whatever happens to him, right? So like yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. Like it was expected for her to be there, but also we didn't vote for her to be the nominee.
We literally did. Because again, if
No,
the president steps down, the vice president steps up. That's exactly how it works.
I didn't know for like an election they could do that. I thought you meant like while he was in office. Like that was just strange. It was
That's how it
strange. Like I
works
get
in
how you're
general.
framing it, but I don't think it's fair to say that.
It
You're
is
not
fair to
really
say that.
addressing what I'm getting at
What do you mean? I
because it
am
wasn't
completely.
planned. Okay.
That's exactly the basis of it. Like literally, I'm not
All
trolling.
right.
Like, wait, I'm confused. What's so confusing to you? Like, if a president steps down, the vice president steps up.
He
That's
didn't really
exactly what
step
happens.
down, bro. That's the thing. He didn't say like he said he was going to run again, bro. So like you're literally lying.
I'm not lying.
Like you're
He
trying, I know what you're getting at, bro, but he literally said he
wait.
was going
That's
to
a
run
no.
again.
Don't do that. I'm not lying. I'm obviously not lying. He did say he was going to run again. That was prior. He decided to step down after that.
Then the window wasn't unfair. It was so narrow. That's what I'm arguing. It was an unfair like window, and she was not voted in for that. And everyone,
She
like
doesn't have
they
to be
told the
because
public
she's
he
the
was
vice
running again.
president. She's the vice president. If he steps
Yeah,
down, he it is going to
but
be the
he
case that a
but he
vice
didn't
president
really
steps up.
until the last minute.
That's
It
fine.
was after the Democratic what is it, nomination, whatever it is, bro.
It wasn't
He
after the
waited till
DNC.
after that,
It wasn't
bro.
after the Democratic National Convention, though.
Okay, maybe. Okay, I thought it was. Do you know
No.
how close the time frame was?
Uh, there was like a pretty sure there was like a month or two, right?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. I thought it was pretty close, but a lot of people had that concern that I'm bringing up, and you're just saying that that's not valid. I understand the point you made. She is or was the vice president, so she would like take his place if he steps down, but that wasn't really the situation. He didn't really like step down right away. But you're saying like it was the plan the whole time. That's just not cool with people, and that's why she lost.
Wait, no, no one said that that's a plan the whole time. It's specifically a plan if it is the case that the
It's
president,
designed like this. Yeah, I get
yes,
what you're
if the
saying.
president steps down. That's how it operates. The
I
same
get
thing
it.
would
I
have
get it. Okay.
if Donald Trump was assassinated, it would have been his vice president. If he stepped
Yeah,
down,
okay.
it would have been his vice president.
You could have just said that. Yeah.
Wait, I'm just
Yep.
saying that, like I'm saying like,
Yeah.
wait,
No, I know what you're saying, buddy.
there was an assassination attempt.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just giving the
Is there, I
scenario,
mean,
given that that happened, that would have been the case. The vice president would have stepped up. That would have happened
yeah.
with any party.
Yes, I know. I know. I get it. I get it. I still don't like how it happened, and I think there was better options, and they squandered that for the people, and they did that to
You under
themselves.
your own view could think that there are better options within the Democratic Party. That's fine. I agree. I think that there are Democrats that I would have preferred over Kamala
I
Harris.
think that's why they lost,
But you
right?
understand that again when it comes to this, I definitely preferred Kamala Harris to Joe Biden, and I was satisfied with her being the nominee, especially over Joe Biden, because it is the case that I prefer her to significantly to Donald Trump.
Yeah, okay.
So, can you explain to me why you like Donald Trump more than Kamala Harris? Because
Yeah,
Donald Trump did incite a violent insurrection at the Capitol, right, and literally pardoned violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops.
yeah, I mean, fair. He probably pardoned a lot of people that weren't great people for selfish reasons, but I don't think that that necessarily is like irredeemable, you know. But anyways, for the whole
Oh,
inciting the
but it was
riot thing,
irredeemable that they specifically had the vice president step up.
I didn't say it was irredeemable. I said that's probably the main reason why people didn't vote for it.
No, I was asking why you didn't vote for him. So is that the reason? Is
Well,
that the reason why you didn't vote for
yeah,
Democrats?
I don't like her, first of all. I don't like any of her politics, but yeah, I thought it was absolutely insane, and so did Democrats. That's the only reason I brought that up in that way, was to show you it was pretty crazy. A lot of people thought that way. And you know that. I mean, but you had a good talking point there. You're I mean, that works.
So again, I'm confused how you're responding to me at all. Like, again, can you tell me what aspect of her policies you disagree with? Because Democrats definitely preferred her over Donald Trump. Again, 80% of the Democratic Party was satisfied with her being nominated.
I mean, okay. I mean, yeah, because he was already a part of, or she was already a part of his administration. So,
Yes,
I mean,
she
I'm
was the
sure they were
vice president,
satisfied by
and
it.
yeah, you didn't care about the literal violent insurrection that Donald Trump
I didn't
perpetuated at
say
the
I didn't
Capitol.
care about it, but
Well,
it's not,
you're
I don't
willing
think it
to
was his
overlook
fault.
that. You're willing to overlook
No,
that.
I'm not
So you must
overlooking
be.
that, but you brought up the
Yes, you are.
fact that he pardoned people that were there. I think like he did a blanket pardon for all those people, right?
So he didn't do a blanket pardon. He pardoned uniquely, specifically violent rioters. You have to uniquely pardon them.
Oh wait, so every
You cut out.
wait, so everybody else that
You cut out. I
all
can't
right,
hear
I'm
you.
getting spammed with
Celine,
phone
thank you so
calls.
much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you.
So you're saying
Oh,
like
it's really
only the
ridiculous.
violent people were the ones who were locked up that he pardoned?
No, he pardoned others, but I'm just saying that he individually
Okay.
pardoned violent rioters as well.
Okay. And you're saying that they beat cops, those people?
Yep, and they admitted to it.
Okay. So did he didn't like talk about why he did that?
Did he give a talk of why he did that? Well,
I'm
he
asking if he
considered them
talked about
patriots.
why he did.
Yeah, he considered them patriots.
No, that's wild.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
I
who you
don't I mean
support.
if they I mean think this is what I support. Okay, I support like his I don't know what word I guess to choose here, but like the way he like cared about what they did with the election, you know, and obviously it wasn't like rigged in the way that he thought it was, but it it just he cared, you know, and I think it was childish the way he went about it, but I don't think what he did was criminal, right? And you're kind of like insinuating that's what it was when I don't
Uh,
think that's fair.
for him to pardon violent rioters, or for
No,
him to
you're saying
incite
that
a
he
violent
incited an
insurrection. Yeah,
insurrection.
yeah, because he pardoned the violent rioters. Seriously, like if he didn't want the violence, why would he pardon it? That makes no sense, right?
No, I think they were like how long were they supposed to be in jail, Parker? Do you know?
I mean, dude, they were violent rioters, and also he can.
Well,
There's a
what
there's
is
a
that sentence? Is that life?
you
I
can you
mean,
can
you could.
you can also commute people,
Yeah, okay.
and he chose to pardon them.
Um, yeah, okay. I mean, that's it's not like I don't really care. You think they're gonna go like commit some hate crime like those people? Is that what you think?
They literally tried to violently riot at the Capitol, and they beat cops. and Donald Trump
I
pardoned
mean,
him.
they served like a prison sentence,
Dude, I just don't even
obviously,
know
for a
how
while.
are we having this conversation right now? Jesus
I mean,
Christ,
I don't know. You
dude.
kept asking me about
How are we
the
having this
insurrection
conversation?
thing,
No, it's just
so
like, why is it the case that you're still running defense for people who beat
no,
cops?
it's what do you mean? Like, I don't think it was like as bad as you're saying. Like, I know they were rioting, but
You don't think it was as bad as...
like, dude,
Okay, so DJ Rodriguez drove a
how
stun
many how
gun.
many people died?
So,
I thought it was like three,
dude, just because
and it was
people...
only like
I'm sorry. Do you
okay.
know what assault is? Do you know what assault is?
Yes,
If
I
someone
do.
doesn't
But how
die
long are they
because...
supposed to be in
If
prison
someone
for
doesn't
assaulting a
die
cop?
because of... Shut up. If someone doesn't die because of an assault, does that mean
No,
that
I'm
the
right.
assault is not bad?
No.
So then why are you
How long
bringing
are
this
they
up?
supposed to be in prison, bro?
Does that matter?
I mean, dude, a life? Yes, they assaulted someone. Are they supposed to be in jail for life? Like,
So
dude, come on, it's a
so I can
person.
give you the
I'm not saying that
example.
they should get off scot-free, bro, but like,
And you can change...
dang, like,
Listen, if you don't think that they should get off scot-free, but they should change the sentence, you can commute the sentence.
okay, I don't know. He should have done that.
Then why did
Sure.
he pardon them?
Maybe he's doing it to like say an FU to like the left. I feel like that's what it is, to like make people like you mad. Because
Okay.
guess what? I don't know.
So you
That's
think it's
not
okay?
great,
So do you
but
think
that's the
that's...
type of person I guess he is. Like,
Do you think it's okay for him to pardon violent rioters to rage bait liberals?
I don't think it's okay.
So are you willing to
But like
support
here's
someone who
what is
does
he
that?
really
Are you
doing?
willing to... Because that's a violent
What
insurrection. It's literally a violent insurrection for him to literally tell people to go fight like hell at the Capitol, take back the country, and then he pardons violent rioters who beat cops and calls them patriots. That is literally him inciting a violent insurrection at the Capitol. If you can't acknowledge that, like, it's actually
no,
ridiculous.
I
This
see
is the
what you're
reason why
saying. Yeah.
fascism takes place in our country.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's fair, dude, because I'm not one of those like crazy MAGA dudes, but I understand what he was trying to do there. Like I get why you're saying that, but dude, that's not the trends that we've been seeing. The trends we've been seeing is like the left doing this actual violence recently and like this crazy stuff. So
The
it's just
left
like,
actually, you
dude,
know what? It's
show
not actually January 6th, where Donald Trump literally pardoned people who literally beat police officers. It's actually going to be different. It's not that. It's specifically that the liberals are engaging in violence. You know, I know no Democrat out there specifically pardoned them, but it's the liberals. It's the liberals that are engaging in violence, not Donald Trump,
what?
who literally pardoned them.
Do you hear yourself right
Dude,
now?
are you okay, man? Listen,
No,
I
dude,
don't
I have to
I don't think
I have
that's
to have a
fair at all.
conversation with you, dude. I'm not okay. Dude, this is
I mean, you don't
horrible.
have
Do
to.
you
I'm
hear...
sure. I think that
I'm engaging in conversations with Trump supporters, and this is the state of Trump supporters right now, as they talk and engage in conversations like this. This is ridiculous.
okay. I mean, dude, I I don't know, man. Listen, I'm not like a huge Trump fan, but I prefer him over her, and I kind of already stated that. Like, I'm not a crazy person, but that whole thing you're doing with the insurrection, like, you think it's gonna happen again, bro? Like, he's not running again,
Does that
and I don't
fucking
think those
matter?
people should be
I
in
can't
prison
even believe...
forever.
I
That's the
can't
point
even
that I'm
believe that
saying.
this guy deflects away from taking accountability in terms of Trump on this and saying that he would vote for him. And despite
Wait,
of
what do you
that,
mean?
because it is the case that there are liberals out there doing things that are violent. I'm sorry.
No,
There's
I
no
think that
pardons on
that is
behalf of
the
the
trend.
Democratic
No, no,
Party
no. Okay,
for anyone.
you're just not being fair. You're not being fair.
How am I not being
Dude,
fair?
you don't have to go on this whole list. Like, we're keeping it very simple, right?
How am I not being
Like,
fair?
that's okay. Because literally, the trends that we've been seeing recently are not of like right wing attacks or like these
Yes,
white
they are.
supremacist groups. And
Yes, they
no, they're
are.
not, dude.
Domestic terrorism is
But
literally
yeah, it
higher in this
obviously
country for
happens.
the right, for the alt-right, especially comparative to the left. Left-wing domestic terrorism is extraordinarily low in terms of how prevalent it is, according to FBI statistics themselves.
Yeah, fine.
It's
Your
literally
FBI
alt-right
statistics
domestic
are right,
terrorism.
Parker. You got me. You have the FBI statistics, bro. You got me. Dude, you're cooking, bro. Chef Parker in the chat. That's crazy. Y'all are saying my name like way too much, bro. That's weird.
Maybe because I'm
I haven't
debating
been
you.
reading it, but everybody's adding me like I can read. Like, dude, the
No,
chat
no
is
fucking
flying.
shit. I'm debating you right now. You act
No,
like
I
that's...
know. Like, dude,
No,
the second
okay.
everybody's, I think
Wow,
it's
dude,
hilarious.
people are talking about me so much. Maybe because I'm fucking debating you, dude. Oh my god.
It's not even a
Trey, thank you so
debate,
much for the
Parker. We're just having
$20. Thank
fun.
you
Do
so
you
much.
not
I really
remember
appreciate it.
me?
Thank you.
Dude, I've
Thank
been
you so
coming up
much.
here for years. You don't remember me?
Well, now you're not coming up. Bye. No, I didn't remember you. Too many people are worrying who I am, but Parker didn't even remember who I was. No, I accidentally added you up, dude. You're not supposed to. Dude, why'd you send a guest request back, dude? I swear, if that fucking... It literally glitched and made me add him. If that fucking literally, like, flags my stream, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Okay, what's your birth year?
2006.
Okay, what, do you support Donald Trump?
I do. And
And why
I'm
do you
going to
support
tell
Donald
you
Trump?
why. Honestly, it's not because I support Donald. It's you're going to think that I'm such a big Trumper. Like, I like his, like all of his Christian, whatever the fuck
What's your
that
birth
is
month,
about.
by the way?
February.
Okay, alright, well, go ahead.
February 14th, 2006, I voted for Trump.
Yep, go ahead.
I think that Democrats are just sometimes insane. Like, he is my last option. I think I'm gonna give you some reasons. Okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, number one, I'm not talking about immigration and ICE. I live in New York City. I have seen the worst parts of ICE. I'm talking about border control and the safety of our border. He has made it 20 times safer instead of America being one big free for all, like everyone could just do whatever they want. He's making America America. Like, this is our country. Like, I don't care about immigrants that were already here. I'm caring about the people that are going in through the border that just are allowed.
America wasn't America before Trump?
America, no. No, they weren't. And I live in Washington Heights, so the gun violence here is actually
Stop. America wasn't America before Trump. So what was it?
America was obviously America before Trump, but it wasn't the nation that I wanted.
Okay. So if it wasn't the nation you wanted, why is it now the nation you want?
It's a nation I want because I just don't believe in, like, all that gay shit and, like, teaching gay stuff to children. Like, that's insane.
Wait, I'm sorry. What gay stuff was being taught to children?
It's just the fact that you're just like, I'm not against the LGBTQ, but
Yeah, sure.
the big support over, like, the fact that, like, I watch a lot of Fox News,
Of course
but
you do.
what was that supposed to mean?
I said of course you do.
Why is that? Of course you do.
Well, she can't critically think to figure out that one, huh? That's because you watch Fox News.
I watch Fox News. I read Newsbreak on my phone.
Okay. What gay stuff are they teaching to children?
They're just influencing too much LGBTQ, and they're making it
Like,
more.
in what way? Like, what are they doing? In what way?
I don't know. It's just a CIC. When I open my phone, I get a notification, and it's something with, like, some parades or whatever, and they're making it the fact that America should be stuck
What notification of parades are you getting? I'm sorry.
on
like,
Newsbreak. I'm getting notified. Like,
So then why? So you're mad that your own news is reporting on that?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that my niece, who is 6, thought she was non-binary. Like, where did she learn that from?
What?
She is now.
Wait. I'm
9
sorry.
years old.
So are you saying that we shouldn't acknowledge non-binary individuals exist in our society?
She's 6. She's 6 years old.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Why
Wait, I'm sorry. Why wouldn't you let them figure out their own identity? Who cares?
A 6-year-old doesn't know their identity.
Okay, then why are
A
you trying
6-year-old
to?
doesn't even know
So
what
then why are
food they
you
want
trying
in
to?
the
So then why are you trying to enforce an identity on them?
I'm not enforcing identity on them. She was born a girl.
So
That's what she is.
okay, so you are enforcing an identity on them when you specifically enforce a certain context or
Yes.
connotation of
I'm
gender
not
onto
forcing
them.
identity. It's the identity she already was.
No, they specifically, again, shouldn't be considered to have the identity that you prescribe onto them, right? It would be important for you to acknowledge that they can figure out who they are, right? And you don't need to enforce that onto them. Actually, it sounds like you're the one trying to indoctrinate kids to be the way that you want them rather than allowing them to be the way that they are themselves.
So you would let your 4-year-old kid say if they were non-binary, you would support
6-year-old.
them.
You said 6 years old. Yes, absolutely.
I'm just giving an example.
Why would I not support them? Absolutely, I would support them. You wouldn't support your children?
It's just too much, and
You wouldn't support your children. You would stop supporting them. What do you mean it's too
I don't
much?
care.
What does that mean? Would you disown them or
she
something?
wanted to be gay, if she wanted to do whatever she wanted.
Wait, it's not. Wait, I'm sorry. Do you think being gay is a choice?
Yes.
Could you choose to find women sexually arousing right now?
No, I couldn't.
No, so you
I
couldn't.
really
So it's
couldn't.
not a choice.
It's not a choice that I'm choosing, but if someone else wanted to make that choice,
Wait, no,
then
but you could make that choice, right?
Myself, no.
Yeah.
Myself, I am
Oh,
not
so
gay.
if you can't make that choice, what makes you think other people can?
They can make that choice because they can do whatever they want with that gay stuff.
You're telling me gay people have a superpower? That they have the ability to choose
Where
for
did
some
you hear
reason?
that? Where did you hear that?
That's what
I'm
you're
just
claiming.
saying-
You're claiming specifically people who are gay have the superpower, but people who are straight don't, like you. Okay. By the way, they got flagged. So they got flagged. We got to go on to the next person. I'm like, seriously, she was saying that gay people have the ability to change their sexuality by choice, but apparently straight people don't. That's diabolical. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. Let's go on to the next person real quick. We have about an hour or so left on the debates, everybody. We're going to go for about 5 hours today. I would recommend to go over to the YouTube channel. Make sure to like the stream there. I'd really appreciate it. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. Orange, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I watch Newsmax.
Are you trolling?
Now, do you know what Newsmax is and Fox News? I watch that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think you're trolling. Why would you start the conversation off by saying that?
Because I support Donald Trump.
When do you think of the $5? No Trump supporter on my live has ever done that. And I've been debating this for a long time. Phantom, think of the $2. You've got to be trolling.
I watch it all night.
Okay, you're definitely trolling. Yo, why have you been on vacation for like the past like 8 months? What the hell?
Man, I've been jerking it this whole time, man. I support you, bro, by the way.
Diabolical. Their name was JD Vance, by the way, everyone. I did not expect that was going to happen. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
21.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, absolutely, unequivocally.
Okay. What's your birth year?
04.
Okay. And why do you support Donald Trump?
His border policies. He's kicked out more immigrants than any other president ever has.
That's not even true.
No,
So you must support Obama and Clinton, right?
I do. I support Obama too. I think Obama's a great president.
So you support Clinton the most because he has the most deportations?
Not necessarily.
Thinking
I
of
mean,
the
that's not
galaxy,
the
thank
only
you.
reason. That's not
Okay,
what
so
makes
then
it great.
clearly
President.
it wouldn't be the only reason here. So what's the reason?
You want other reasons? You just said one reason. I could give you more.
I said clearly that wouldn't be the reason. So what would be the other reason?
I think he's a strong leader. I think that he's a businessman at the end of the day, so he knows how to negotiate deals.
Yeah. Can you name one good businessman other than Trump that has 6 bankruptcies?
Many of them.
Name one.
I mean, half of the people that own companies in the S&P 500 have filed bankruptcy.
Name one single good businessman that has 6 bankruptcies.
Well, not 6, but there's been many millionaires that have filed for bankruptcy.
You would think, you know what? Actually, I've been asking this question for so long. I've never heard a response to this question. I've seriously, actually never once heard a actual response. I've never even heard of someone with 6 bankruptcies that is a billionaire.
Well, no, yeah, 6 is excessive.
I've never heard of that before. 6 bankruptcies?
That's pretty wild, I know.
I've seriously never heard of that before. So
but
I'm
Parker,
really curious.
That's pretty badass, though, no?
No, I'm really curious as to how the hell, right, he could be considered a good businessman when there's not a single person that any Trump supporter that's ever come up on my stream has been ever able to mention that specifically, right, is a good businessman with that level of bankruptcies. Just never.
Okay.
And
so
by the way,
Parker, what do you know
apparently
about bankruptcy?
trolled Dean yesterday, so I'm going to go on to the next person. I appreciate
I didn't troll anybody.
Really? Have you been on my live before?
Me and Dean had a good debate yesterday. What?
Okay, what did you debate about?
We debated. Oh, we did the same thing. Why I supported Trump?
Yeah, but what about it? No shit, it was about why you support Trump.
No. It was why I support Trump. It was why men are better leaders than women. And then he caught me using ChatGPT. He was like, "Oh, you can't use ChatGPT."
Oh,
and I was like,
okay,
"But I can though. Why can't I?"
So, do you think that men are better leaders than women?
I think. Okay, here's what I told Dean. All right, you want to hear, Parker? Here's what I told Dean.
He cooked you on that, didn't he?
No, I mean, I wasn't prepared. I kind of joined randomly, but
yeah, he cooked
I guess. Yeah, because I wasn't prepared. I was trying to debate about Trump.
For the membership subscription, thank you so much. I have a question. If you still believe that, if Kamala Harris and Donald Trump swapped bodies, who would you vote for? Kamala Harris and Donald Trump's body, or Donald Trump and Kamala Harris's body?
So the idea, the way you frame the question is incorrect, right? I'm comparing, the point you're trying to make is it purely gender based? Obviously, if there's a one-on-one clone, or you clone Donald Trump and you clone Kamala Harris, but you just swap the gender, of course I would vote for Kamala Harris at that point, right? But that's like what I said, an exception doesn't disprove a rule.
So you would support Kamala Harris in Donald Trump's body?
If it was the same mind, if it was an event that occurred.
Everything is true about Kamala Harris, but just in Donald Trump's body.
Oh no, then I wouldn't vote for Kamala Harris. What the fuck? No, I don't vote for someone just because they're a man.
So would you? Okay. So then again, it's not that men specifically are better leaders than women, right? It's that you have certain attributes that identify what candidate is better than the other. So what specific attributes of Donald Trump indicate that he's a better leader than Kamala Harris?
So, I mean, you again, like what I said, you answered a couple questions there, but I'm gonna dissect what you just said. So, the biggest point that I had against Dean was, if you look back at history, all of our military generals, every leader in history has been male, right?
So, because there's been a patriarchal society, historically speaking, does not mean that they are they are better leaders. Historically speaking, I guarantee Dean used the same argument. Are you saying that a white supremacist prior to the year of 2008 would specifically be able to claim that because every single president was white, that white people were better leaders? No, that would be ridiculous, right? That would be an absurd position then and an absurd position now. It'd be an absurd position at any point in history, right?
Sure. So to counter up that, yes, absolutely.
So then obviously your reasoning here is not good. Just because men, historically speaking, have been leaders throughout the context of history does not mean that men are better leaders. Actually, historically speaking, we can point to the idea that men have led to all the wars. Practically every single fucking war has been caused by men.
Sure, I agree. I agree.
So if you want to categorize all of the good things specifically to be because of men, well, then you also have to look at all the bad things as well.
I agree. Look, I agree. There's been a lot of shitty things that have happened because of men too. I'm not delusional about it. Yes, of course.
Most shitty things happen because of men. An overwhelming, disproportionate degree of things that are shitty happen because of men.
Absolutely, and I couldn't agree more. There's, you have Benjamin Netanyahu.
That doesn't seem like they're good leaders.
But it just, again, an exception doesn't disprove a rule. There's been, again, if you look at the vast scale of history.
If you look at the vast majority of leaders that were men.
All right, name some good women leaders.
Name some good women leaders? Like, for example, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is an incredible leader that's a woman.
Parker, come on.
Wait, is that not a good example?
That's a horrible
Why
example.
not? Why not?
The unemployment rate was highest with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden in office. It was the highest.
Wait, unemployment was the highest? No, unemployment was actually unemployment.
You're gonna say it's close. You're gonna say the
actually,
lowest.
unemployment was higher in 2020 under Trump.
Because of COVID. That wasn't his fault.
And inflation was high because of COVID.
Yeah.
Actually,
You
unemployment was
inflation
really
was
low. Actually, unemployment was really low under the Biden-Harris administration, and that's exactly why they indicated that there was likely not a recession, even though there was 2 quarters of negative GDP growth.
No. What they did
Toffee,
is they refined the
fireworks.
definition of a
Thank you,
recession.
Toffee.
What they did.
What'd you say?
They refined the definition of a recession.
They
redefined the definition of a recession during the presidency.
Yeah, no, I understand. Economists are having this debate right now, and economists were having that debate then, because it is the case that the general trends in the economy were not indicative of a recession, even though there was 2 quarters of negative GDP growth, and it immediately reverted off of that. So that's why economists, not just the Biden administration, were having the conversation of whether or not that is the specific definition of a recession.
No, but that's already sketch though. Like you're going to claim that you're not in a recession. We had 2 annual quarters of GDP being at its lowest, and so that indicates a recession. Now, what I was trying to point out to you, Parker, was, economically we were better.
That's not what most economists are indicating now.
I mean, they could argue and debate or whatever, but again, based on again, I'm very big
that
on
economists are more reliable in determining whether or not there's a recession than Jokester on the TikTok live. Like,
sure. But again, I look back in history. What has history reinforced?
Identifying
what has history reinforced?
In what way? I don't know.
In recessions, what has history reinforced?
For what? I'm confused.
For the definition of a recession, time and time again, what has that been?
Oh, what has it been historically speaking? I already said this. It was 2 quarters of negative real GDP growth.
All right.
But the reality of the matter is that if we look at the economy in terms of what economists are viewing now, that was not indicative of any broad increase in unemployment, which is expected in the case in which there's going to be a recession. So they're just indicating, economists are indicating that's not likely going to be the case. Secondly, even if there is, the recession wasn't caused by Biden. If you think the real GDP decline was because of Biden, no, that was because of the inflation increase due to the pandemic, due to supply chain issues.
Sure, but I mean, again, I think we had Trump had an unfair. Again, just to kind of argue your point there, I think it was very unfair what Trump had to go through, right? I mean, he had the whole entire pandemic on his back, and people were like, oh, the world went to shit because of Trump. But I mean, in reality, Trump. I feel like Trump did his best with the situation he had, right? And he tossed over Biden a pretty good. He bounced back pretty well, and Biden kind of put us into a recession. I fully believe it was the Biden administration.
How did Biden put us into a recession?
His policies.
What policies?
His policies. The interest rates were higher with Biden. I mean, everything Biden did was just
interest
horrible.
rates went up. That's related to the Federal Reserve, and that's because of inflation going up. So what did Biden? Wait. Interest rates went up because inflation went up. Inflation didn't go up because of interest rates going up. That makes no sense. Secondly, if you want to look at policies, what specific Biden policy caused the bad economic conditions?
I mean, I can't name the policy off the top of my head. Come on, bro. I mean, I'm gonna have to look it up, and I gotta be prepared. But I can't. I mean, if you give me
a policy you can mention, if you're gonna say the spending,
probably not a singular policy, but I mean, look at all the wars. He's sending billions to Ukraine.
Wars? Wait, Trump is sending money to Ukraine right now.
No, I mean, yeah, but that's again, Biden started all of that though.
Well, yeah, so Trump got rid of it and then realized that Biden was correct and then started funding Ukraine again.
No, there was a big mishap. He didn't realize Biden was correct. I mean, we were already so invested. We had already sent them billions, so it's like cutting it off now wouldn't have made sense.
he did cut them off.
Yes, and then he realized it wouldn't have made sense. We were already
He realized then it wouldn't make sense. What? Why?
It wouldn't make sense to cut it now.
It's because he couldn't get negotiations. He said he'll get the Russia-Ukraine war done in 24 hours. That clearly fucking didn't happen. We're 7 months later, and it still hasn't happened. And he realized that he fucked up and then started funding Ukraine again. So obviously that's Trump realizing he's an idiot.
Not really that he's an idiot. I mean, he's just realizing nothing could be done. There was already too much far damage done. I think that if we had Trump earlier, right? I mean, he for sure could have negotiated a deal. Biden was incoherent most of his presidency. You would agree, Parker, right? You would agree.
I think that Biden is more coherent than Trump in a lot of instances.
No, but
not
no,
saying in
come
all
on.
circumstances, but I do.
No,
think
okay,
in,
fine,
I
fine.
do think in most circumstances that I would take Biden over Trump, and any day.
No, come on,
I would
Parker,
actually
come
take. I would actually take in all circumstances Biden over Trump. I'm saying in most circumstances, I would say he's cognitively like more aware than Trump.
Come on, no, Parker. I know you don't believe that. I know you don't.
Dude, I actually do. And do you want me
I
to
think
play you
I think
clips?
Kamala
Do you
Harris
want me
is
to
of
pl-
sound
do,
mind.
do you want me to play clips for you to see that?
I mean, I could play clips for you to show that. I mean, Biden stuttering like 50 times, like just being
He has a
completely
stutter.
incoherent.
He has a stutter.
Not just that, he's just incoherent.
Okay, do you want to hear this? This is incredible.
Sure, I'll entertain it. Go ahead.
Yeah. I got you. Let's click on this one's really fun. Hold up. 1 second. Ad. We got an ad.
You're good. And I appreciate you not muting me, Parker. Dean just kept muting me, man.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't even argue a point. He'd just mute me and fucking talk over me.
Nobody ever asked this question,
Damn it, Parker.
and it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT. Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight, and you're in the boat, and you have this tremendously powerful battery, and the battery's now underwater, and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? A lot of shark. I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now who really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards, or here. Do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, you know, nobody's ever asked me that question. I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time.
That's just one clip. Do you want to hear another one?
Okay, I mean, the clip. I can understand what you're saying, right? But he still isn't incoherent. You still understand what he's saying. When Biden talks,
he's not incoherent. Really, you can understand what he's saying.
he's just
How about
rambling.
this?
The guy's old.
Here-
He's like 80 years old. He's fucking rambling.
Hold on. Listen to this. This is someone else reading off a speech of Trump. I really want you to listen to this, and I want you to explain to me what the hell he's saying.
The other night, you buy a house, they have a faucet in the house, and the faucet, the water doesn't come out. They have a restrictor. In areas where you have so much water, they don't know what to do with it. You have a shower head, and the shower does it. The shower. You think, it's not working. It's not working. The water is dripping out, and that's no good for me. I like this here. Listen, I like this hair nice and wet. You have to stand in the shower for like 20 minutes before you get the soap out of your hair. And I put it, I think, and it sounds funny, but it's really not. It's horrible. And you wash your hands, you turn on the faucet, no water comes out, and you're washing, the water barely comes out. This was done by crazy people. And I wrote it off, and I got it approved in Congress, so they can't just change it because I did it in my first term, and everyone was so happy. And then one of the first things that Biden did when he came back was put the restriction on showers, toilets, and sinks. Put this and washing machines and the washing machine. They give you like a quarter of this bottle and you do your clothing. And people needed 10 of these bottles. And then the people came to me from Whirlpool. They said, we can't make a machine that's competitive. We can't make a machine and it doesn't work right. They don't let us use the water. Do you have any problems with water? No! We have so much water we don't know what to do with it. You know, it comes down from heaven, right? And I approved all of that. The washing machines, the whole thing, the dishwashers. That was the other one. They give you like this much water right up to there to do your dishes.
All right, I get
So
your point,
people,
man. I get
you
your
know
point.
What they do? They keep pressing the button. So they just keep.
Do you know what he was saying?
Okay, look, I stopped paying attention halfway in because I understand. Like he was just rambling on. But that's another instance of him just rambling on. What I meant was, okay.
Do you want me to play another
Obviously,
one of him doing that?
no, you're good. I get the point. I get the
I
point.
have a
Parker.
few
get the
more.
point.
I have a few more.
I know
to
you do.
play.
You have them ready. So I mean, I can't share my screen and I can't play them, but I would play you dozens of Biden clips, and I'm sure you know they're out there. You've probably seen them.
Journalists and detainees to spend
What was the first part of your question?
months and stopped here.
When you say, what was the first part of your question?
Is there a specific time frame you expect the detainees to spend here? Days, weeks, months?
In Florida?
Yes, here at Alligator on the
I'm going to
Trust.
spend a lot. Look, this is my home state. I love it. I love your government. I love all the people around. These are all friends of mine. They know them very well. I mean, I'm not surprised that they do so well. They're great people. Ron has been a friend of mine for a long time. I feel very comfortable in the state. I'll spend a lot of time here. I want to, for 4 years, I've got to be in Washington, and I'm okay with it because I love the White House. I even fix up the little Oval Office. I make it, it's like a diamond. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It wasn't maintained properly, I will tell you that. But even when it wasn't, it was still the Oval Office, so it meant a lot. But I'll spend as much time as I can here. You know, my vacation is generally here because it's convenient. I live in Palm Beach. It's my home. And I have a very nice little place, nice little cottage to stay at, right? But we have a lot of fun, and I'm a big contributor to Florida. Pay a lot of tax, and a lot of people move from New York, and I don't know what New York is going to do.
Can you tell me what the question was?
No. Again, yes, but I wasn't paying attention either. I completely get your point, Parker. Yes, there's been times where he just rambles on. I agree. Sometimes I'll be listening to the news and I'm hearing him say he gives
So the thing is, you just didn't listen to a single thing that I played.
No, I listened, and I get what your point is. Like he jumps from topic to topic. He doesn't really finish his statements. And he just kind of spirals out. I get what the point you're trying to make. Again, if I had the ability to play something right now, I'm not home. But if I had my laptop in front of me, I would have played you. Literally, the presidential debate that we just had of Biden completely being a fucking nut job, like completely incoherent, not able to say anything. And you watched the presidential debate. Did you not?
I take that over Donald Trump.
No, Parker, come on. You could. I see the argument with Kamala. I see the argument. All right, yeah, with Kamala. I see the argument.
I would take Joe Biden on his deathbed over Donald Trump.
Nah,
I'm
that's just
dead
delusional.
serious. I'm totally dead serious.
Look, I don't think Trump's necessarily the greatest president ever, but he's far better than Biden would have ever been and ever is.
Biden is so much better than Trump. It's not even close on his deathbed even.
Nah,
Biden
come
would
on,
be better
Parker.
on his deathbed.
The quality of life was worse around with Biden. I mean, there's just so many related.
What Biden policy caused that?
Not necessarily. I mean, there's this again.
I can't. Clue. I don't know what
I
policy
can't quote
did
it
that.
like you're like.
I have no
quote this
clue.
exact
His
policy.
policies caused that. He
joined the
caused that,
lie.
but I have no clue how he did that.
All right, Parker. But I'm just saying, I can't just quote the fucking policy off the top of my head.
I would.
I mean, yeah,
there
because
are
you're
people
prepared
in
for all
my
this.
there are
This is your
people in
life.
my chat that would be able to.
Yeah, because they dick ride you, Parker. They're ready to go. They're like, oh, Parker, yes, Parker.
Maybe you should be watching the lives then. Maybe then it would get you to critically.
No, I wouldn't waste my time watching your lives. I mean, I think you're a great guy.
That's what
Parker,
you're doing
but no.
right now to even get up on my stream and talk to me. You're currently watching my live stream right now.
No, I literally requested.
You're actually part of the stream right now.
Yes, I'm a part of Parker's stream. Yes. No, but again, going back to what we were saying earlier, I just think the economy was overall just worse under Biden. I think 90% of America would agree.
I wouldn't watch Parker's stream as he's in Parker's stream debating Parker.
I'm the number one Parker fan.
Actually nuts, dude. I can't even believe you said that. That's actually hilarious.
I'm the number one Parker fan.
Yeah, you are.
Absolutely. No, again, but you would agree though. I mean, the life under Biden's administration was horrible.
Not because of Biden at all, and no, under his entire administration, it wasn't horrible. Push the galaxy, thank you.
It was very horrible. I mean, again, like I said,
based on what
you
metric?
could argue inflation was caused by COVID.
Based on what metric?
Our economy as a whole. I mean, inflation, sending billions to Ukraine, cost of goods rising, unemployment, everything was fucking horrible.
So we're still sending money to Ukraine. Inflation is basically the same as what it was under Biden.
No, it's for sure been lowered. Okay, bro. I mean, now I'm a real estate broker. I do real estate for a living. I understand the markets very well. No.
Wait, but 0.3%, and inflation is the rate of increase in prices.
Right, and look, inflation.
So inflation right now is 2.7%.
Compared to the Biden administration, when inflation was pretty, going on a ramp, inflation has for sure calmed down a tad bit.
It was 3% at the end of Biden's administration.
Sure. Interest rates have come down. Again, overall, the
it would have gone down to a greater degree because of if Trump never put the tariffs in the first place.
No, okay, and I was gonna. I'm glad you brought up the tariffs. I think the tariffs are great, man. I think the tariffs are amazing. We should have done them sooner. So a tariff is the cost of importing goods, raising them on certain countries.
Who pays that tariff?
And I understand, yes, I have seen all the videos. We pay the tariffs. I understand. The whole goal is to that eventually manufacturing gets brought over to the States.
I understand. So tariffs are a tax on imported goods. That tax is paid by the American importing business, and it's passed down to the consumer because it's an aspect of cost of production and distribution.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, so specifically that leads to an increase in prices, upward pressure on prices, along with the fact that if we reference if we reference the effect on GDP, real GDP has declined in how much it's increasing to around 1.3%, along with the fact that we've seen in terms of unemployment's increased since Trump got into office, and the jobs report was so bad that Donald Trump said it was politically biased information.
Sure. Again, you threw up a lot of information there. Sure. I think overall as a whole, though, I mean, tariffs are great. I think again, short term, no. I understand where things are they're getting expensive, but I think in the long term, right, bringing manufacturing here to the States, I think that's priceless. No other president has had the balls to do that.
So again, it doesn't really bring back much to the United States. One, because it is the case that the tariffs aren't 100% certain in the long run, because it is the case that any president in the future can just override these tariffs because it was from an executive action. Secondly, as it relates to this, the tariffs being implemented are also then going to cause the cost of production for American domestic manufacturers to go up as well, because aspects of their production process, materials, other sorts of goods come from other countries as an aspect of their production process. So even if it's assembled here in the United States, other aspects of that production process are going to go up in cost.
Sure, and again, and I understand, but overall, as a whole, wouldn't you agree that bringing manufacturing to the States is a good thing?
The manufacturing investment has gone down since Trump got in office, and it was stagnant and went down under his first administration, and it heavily went up under Biden. So you wouldn't agree that if you care about manufacturing, it came back more under Biden. Coffee, thank you.
No, I understand. I'm asking you, bringing manufacturing to the States, do you think that's a good thing? Yes or no? That was my question.
I don't see any need to do universal tariffs to bring back manufacturing to the country. I can see in some contexts, in some markets, that there's some effectiveness. And so, for example, in the context of renewable energy production, I think that could be important. Or like for chips production, right? So bring us to be like one of the top leading chip producers in the world, the Chips and Science Act. Those things I think are like good ideas because they're in targeted industries. But if we're referencing the overall universalized policy that Donald Trump's advocating for, that is not going to be targeted, right, and specific towards like certain industries.
Sure, and I'm glad you clarified. So again, I wanted like a clear yes or no answer, not even about the tariffs. I'm just saying, wouldn't you agree that bringing manufacturing to the States is a plus?
No, not necessarily, but in some conditions it is.
Okay, so I mean, there's no change in your mind because you don't think bringing manufacturing is necessarily a good thing to bring it over to the States. So I can't change your mind. You don't see the value in that, right? The way I see the value is everything.
You can change my mind. You just have to give me good reason.
I mean, you've already you
won't be able to provide me good reason.
I don't. Even if I had brought you a good reason, it wouldn't have mattered. You have already kind of made up your mind. And which I respect, but again, I think that 85% of Americans, if you were to ask them, is bringing manufacturing back to the States a good idea? I think 85% would say yes.
Okay. Well, did you know that under Biden it actually increased, and under Trump it decreased?
No, I did hear about that. Yes, I know that it increased under Biden's administration, but I think the reason why is obviously the tariffs. Correct, because of the tariffs. But I think that the tariffs, it was a bit of a gamble. I'm not gonna lie. Again, it takes balls to do stuff like that. But he's a great leader and he's a great businessman. He's a great negotiator. He didn't lose. The tariffs. How did he lose?
No, you're saying so. Again, you said that what's it called?
It's gonna get worse before it gets
the
better.
Tariffs are meant to bring back domestic manufacturing, but if domestic manufacturing went down, well, then he lost. Because you said it's a gamble
it's gonna get
to bring back domestic manufacturing, and it didn't bring back domestic manufacturing.
Yes, but he also did mention it was gonna get worse before it gets better.
In terms of domestic manufacturing, that doesn't make any sense.
Yes. I mean, in terms of overall, like what we're experiencing in our economy, right? The cost of goods,
it doesn't make any sense that domestic manufacturing went down, right? Given that connotation, right? If it is the case that the tariffs are going to be so good for bringing back manufacturing, that makes no sense.
Well, no, because the other countries they just raised the tariffs even higher. I mean, we just kind of went on a tariff war, so that's why.
Oh, so the tariffs just weren't effective at all. Okay.
They were very
effective. Thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much.
We just gotta wait, man.
Winnie, we have to wait. They were very effective, but they haven't been effective yet. Winnie, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
In the very beginning, they were very effective.
Thank you so much, Winnie. I really appreciate it. Libby, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Seriously, though, thank you so much, Libby. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's so cool. Thank you so much.
Damn, do people actually donate to you, man?
Annie, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, thank you. Jocelyn, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Yes, people donate to me. Why is that an issue?
No, I'm just wondering, like, what bum would donate to some guy on live right now?
Dude, that's crazy that you'd say that. That's ridiculous. Annie, thank you so much for pushing the $5. And Zachariah, thank you so much for the $10. Nicholas, thank you for the $2. Wendy, thank you for the $5. Phantom, thank you so much for the $2. Again, thank you. It's ridiculous. Like, why would you say that? Like,
of all
like
the things to donate your money,
it sounds like you're jealous. It sounds like you're mad.
No, not at all. Good for you, Parker.
No, but like you're not gonna just like diss people who are like sending me money and act like that's okay. That's still disrespectful.
Oh man, he's upset.
No, it sounds like you're the one that was jealous. I just called out the disrespect.
No, I was just like, it was like very like shocking. Like people actually donate to Parker.
Yes.
But they're not going to donate the money.
Thank you for the $50. Thank you so much.
No
I really
way.
appreciate it.
No,
Thank you so much.
I'm
a teacher. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Sydney, thank you for the $50. Christy with the $16. Thank you, Christy. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Damien, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Fem, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Taylor with the $2. Thank you. Marine, thank you for the $3. Max with the $2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh shit. Thank you.
You should be thanking me. They're donating more in spite of me. All right, you should be thanking me.
I got you. I know that. Thank you so much. That's so good to see that you guys are. And then Orange, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you for the plant. Thank you.
Aw.
So do you want to?
I have a question.
I thought the DNC was paying me. That's probably what I think too. Samantha, thank you for the $14. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Southern, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $25. Thank you so much, Southern. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Jalen, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Glenn with the $10. Thank you so much, Glenn. Lindsay with the $16.66. I know, right, Lindsay? Thank you so much. I really appreciate the $16.66. London, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much, London. Lisa, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Stephanie, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you, Stephanie. I really appreciate it, Stephanie. Michaela, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you.
Guys, stop sending him money.
Aaron, thank you for the $4.20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the $10. Thank you.
Oh no, bro.
Why are you so mad that people are sending me money? Why is that ridiculous to you?
I'm not mad, Parker. It's fucking ridiculous, but I'm not mad. It's good for you. You're
Why
making
is
money.
that ridiculous? Chris,
I mean, you could donate your money
thank
anywhere.
you.
You could donate your money
Wait,
anywhere.
If people listen, people spend their money on different types of TV programs all the time, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, on Netflix, yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, but again, you're not a TV program.
People can do this for free, can watch my content for free, and people, if they want to, decide to do that. So people spend money on so many different other things, whether it be theater, whether it be like, whether it be going out and seeing movies, whether it be going and watching stuff on different types of TV programs. So again, why would it not make sense that some people are sending me money, given that people spend their money on so many different other things?
I mean, I feel like it'd be even more like beneficial for someone to spend money on OnlyFans than send money to you. Like, I don't know why you would.
What?
Like,
That's dude. What the fuck? Diabolical take, bro. Diabolical take. Caitlin, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $16. Thank you so much. Matthew, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Matthew. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Michaela, thank you for the $2. Libby with the $50. Thank you so much.
You should be
thank you so much,
Parker.
Libby. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. She has no clue. Libby, thank you so much for the $50. Louise, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Diana, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Diana. Thank you. Matthew, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Brad, thank you for the $5. Ruad, thank you so much for appreciating the $2. Thank you so much. Dude, the guest is so mad. Brandy with the $25. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Brandy. Thank you for the hand art.
Same thing happened to Dean, bro. Y'all better thank me, man. I'm getting y'all gifters.
Dude, are you okay? Are you just like trolling at this point?
No, I'm not. Not at all.
So then, why is it so? Why is it so like ridiculous for you to?
Oh, thank you, Rashid, for the roses. Thank you for the 100 roses, Rashid. Thank you.
So, no, why is it so ridiculous? I just asked you the question, you didn't answer.
To donate to you?
Yeah, it's like cringe that like you just don't realize that makes sense.
No, it's just like Parker, of all the things someone could do with the dollar bill, like someone choosing to give it to you.
Gina, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much.
It's probably like the worst thing you could do. Like, why give it to Parker? You could donate it to Palestine. You could donate it to cancer research.
Wait. You could put your time into anything. You could be right now going out and volunteering right now, but you decided to put your time into talking to me on a live stream. But you could be putting your time into so many different other things. This is education. This literally brings attention to different types of issues. You understand that like there is entertainment and education as an important aspect of getting people to learn. People don't just learn by just providing just information. People learn by involving information with things that are relevant to your life and things that interest people and get people's attention, because that's really important to get people to then engage with critical thinking and engage with these different topics to then bring attention to different issues, right? And that's exactly why I think that this is so important, not only for myself in terms of me learning as a person, but because I was able to learn this way, and other people, thousands of other people are able to learn that way. It is then going to bring us to a situation where I know more than if I never were to have engaged in this content in the first place. I know way more, given that I've engaged with this content, given that I haven't engaged with this content. And that's true for thousands and thousands of other people that are just listening to right now. Given the other people that just watch the content from the videos or see my content on different days, let alone the thousands of different people listening right now that have learned just from this live stream.
Right. Oh, Rishi, thank you for the rose, Rishi. Thank you.
Bro, you're
man,
so
they're gifting me now.
Purdy with the $50. Thank you so much, Purdy. I really appreciate it. Get some W's from Purdy in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I will try to look at that. Thank you so much.
Blake,
really
Democrats' favorite femboy. Yes.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Madison with the $3. Thank you so much. I did see that. It's fucking crazy, Madison. It's actually crazy. I saw that all over my feed. Usagi, thank you so much for the $70 on Cash App. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the $70. Thank you so much. Morgan, thank you for the $1. That's great to hear. Thank you
Where's
so much.
Where's my percentage coming
Louise,
from, Parker?
thank you so much for the
percentage?
$10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Rob, thank you for the $4.20. Thank you so much. Jamie with the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Jamie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it for the hard work. Thank you so much. Lindsay with the $55.55. Lindsay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for Lindsay and Jamie in the comment section. Ashton with the $5 as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for all of them in the comment section right now. Damien, thank you so much for the $10 so I can send my money to whoever I want. Literally, though. Sam, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Allie with the $20. Thank you so much, Allie. I really appreciate it on YouTube Super Chat. Macy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I know, right? It's crazy. Sray with the $50 on YouTube Super Chat.
Oh, damn, Rashid, thank you for the galaxy.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the W's for Sray in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Sray. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Damn, Rashid,
I really
thank you for the galaxy,
thank
brother.
You.
Thank you. Damn, he sent me a...
Addie, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you so much. Ms. Boo, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Mandy's, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Jasmine with the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Baby, thank you so much. Baby Swallow, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And W Joshua as well. Thank you. Morgan with $1. Thank you so much. Caitlin with the $5. Thank you. Dude, why does it make you so mad? Gloria and Mona with the $50. Thank you so much, Gloria and Mona. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's amazing, Gloria. Thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. They said they donate to Parker because he doesn't have $1 million backers like those that donate to legacy media. You know what? That is one thing. A lot of people come up on my live and call me a grifter, but then I literally have like I have no sponsorships. I don't engage in any brand deals like that at all. It's literally just people sending me money who are in the chat that like my content.
Yeah, but they could like
and I guess the YouTube watch page ads. That's about it. Damn,
Caitlin,
thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $45. Caitlin, thank you. Helene, thank you so much for the Goldie and Bloom. Thank you. Judy, thank you so much for the $5. Dan with the $10. Thank you so much again. Caitlin with the $45. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, do you want to like actually debate me now, or do you just want to keep doing this?
Sure. No, we could. I mean, we've been debating, but out of nowhere something happened, and you just got like a bunch of donations. So I mean, you're welcome.
What do you mean out of nowhere? So you literally were getting mad. You're like, people are sending you donations. I can't believe that people are. I can't believe that people are sending you donations.
All right. Parker, you should be like getting on your hands and knees and thanking Jokester, be like, Jokester, you've done me such a.
Shut up, dude. I will kick you off right now if you don't right now give me an argument.
Yeah, but we already had an argument.
Leva, thank you so much for the Galaxy. All right, bye. Amy, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Amy. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Kai with the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Kai. I really appreciate it. Dude was like not even trying to engage. I can't believe people are sending you money. It makes him so mad. Like, why are you so mad? It doesn't affect you at all. By the way, everyone, we got like 20 minutes left on the live, everyone. Can't really think of the hand art. Thank you so much. And he also, like, he's so egotistical. He thinks it's just because of him. Like, dude, it's so funny. Jasmine, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's diabolical. Let's get the last debate up here, everyone. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates.
How's it going?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 22.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Stella, thank you for the $5. Thank you. So why do you support Donald Trump?
We do not have a causal obligation to illegal immigrants.
I've debated you before. You've been on my live.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. This dude has totally been up. I remember that same argument. And, you know, this doesn't make any sense. It's because it's like, there's no obligation because we're not taking care of immigrants coming to the country. Immigrants are taking care of us, right? They pay more into the systems than they take from it. They have a higher labor force participation rate. The immigration surge that happened under the Biden-Harris administration is going to lead to $8.9 trillion increase into the GDP by 2034. I mean, immigrants provide more into the economy than they take from it. If anything, they don't have a causal obligation to take care of us, right? So let's go on to the next person. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. Ashton, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Emidies, thank you so much. I really appreciate the dollar. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
36.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
And why do you support Donald Trump?
In the long run, the country will be better.
Why so?
Less people taking advantage of the systems that are meant to help people that actually need it.
Really? Because Donald Trump said to big fossil fuel companies that if they gave him $1 billion for his campaign, he'd give them $110 billion in tax cuts, along with the fact that that would be total waste, along with the fact that the subsidy specifically that he increases and wants for fossil fuel companies is literally waste on our systems. The corporate subsidies across the board, the massive tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires, those are the wastes in our system. The corporate tax loopholes, those are the wastes in our system, not people who are, you know, receiving Medicaid and food stamps who are in need, right? I think that's ridiculous that you say that that's the waste on our system, especially because it's such a small portion of the budget.
Yeah, but there's a big portion of the people that actually need those benefits that don't necessarily meet the requirements to actually receive them.
Yeah, that's actually due to the policies you're advocating for. There will be more people that actually need those benefits that aren't going to receive the benefits.
No, I'm 36 years old. I was raised by a single mother who raised 3 boys by herself, 2 minimum wage jobs, and didn't qualify for food stamps. And we
And
struggled.
you agree that she shouldn't have had to have 2 jobs just to survive? That's ridiculous. We want to create a
You should.
society where people are provided a living wage, and it is the case that you don't have to work 2 jobs to be able to
That's
live,
not my point.
to be able to
That's
provide
not
for
my
your
point.
children. And that's why we wanted
That's
to
not my
increase the
point.
child tax credit. That's why we want access to food stamps and Medicaid, so that in circumstances where people have children especially, it is the case that they are given access to those particular types of things because they are necessities to ensure that children, right, and everyone within our society are given bare necessities, right, things that they need to survive.
That's not my point. I was born in 1989, and those benefits were out there for us to receive while she was struggling, and we did not get them.
And they
And
should
she
have
was
been
what?
given to you if you guys were struggling. That's exactly what I'm saying. We should extend those benefits so that your family should have been able to get them.
And then I'm working. I am just being able to pay my bills now. I work 50 hours a week, and I can barely pay for the things
You
I
shouldn't
need for
have
my
to. No one in this country should have to work more than 40 hours a week in order to be able to ensure that they have everything taken care of in their life.
Parker, you're not
that
getting
they
my
need.
point, dude. You're not getting my point. My point is I'm 36 years old, and this has not worked for people that actually need it. So how long are we supposed to wait before these benefits, or we get a president and an administration that actually sets it up for the people that actually need him and aren't taking advantage, aren't fraudulent, are actually trying to work these jobs?
I don't know what you mean by
Don't
frauding and
necessarily.
stuff like that. So I believe in a universal healthcare system. Everyone should have access to healthcare in this country. No
I
one in this
didn't say
country should go
anything
without
about
access to
healthcare.
health insurance. Right? If we want to reference
Healthcare
food
didn't come out of my
and food
mouth.
stamps, everyone in this country should have adequate access to food and nutrition. Every
I
single
agree.
person. Okay? So if you agree with me on those 2 fronts, well, then you disagree with the work requirements that are imposed specifically through the context of food stamps and through the context of Medicaid that then restrict people from getting access to food and health insurance that you
Okay.
believe should be provided as a bare necessity to everyone within this country.
So let me reroute my point, I guess. It's not Donald Trump that's the problem. It's been a problem for at least 36 years. Right?
So it's Donald Trump didn't
There's
himself
been there's
cause the
been
so there was a problem before that existed, but Donald Trump has made the problem worse. Does that make sense? There were already not
I
enough
think
people
he's
getting
making
care, but it's made
I think
even
he's
worse because of Donald Trump. There were
I think
already
he's
people,
making
45 to 68,000 American lives lost every single year due to lack of health insurance in this country because people can't get access to preventative health insurance or preventative health care because they can't afford it. Right? And if they don't get access to preventative health care, it is the case that in the long run, they are more likely to develop chronic disease.
So whose fault was this 10 years ago?
Whose fault is this? It was the fault of our politicians in general. Democrats are also to some degree going to be responsible for it, but it's mostly Republicans.
Okay, so it's Democrats and Republicans.
Mostly
So it comes to my
Republicans.
second point.
Mostly Republicans.
I agree, but it's not just them.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's some Democrats that have restricted this from happening.
Do you genuinely believe that Donald Trump is the president that those Republicans want in office right now? There's a
Yeah?
lot of for a
Republicans
reason,
overwhelmingly support Trump.
because he is easily manipulated,
So you
and that
agree
they're
that Trump's
getting.
so you don't support him anymore.
No, I support what comes with him being in office a little bit.
Okay, so if you could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
It Recently I've been a single issue voter. Not a single issue, but just a couple of things that I've reflected on in my life. And I just think the playing field should be more level now. And what they want to do, I think it's not necessarily because Donald Trump's a moron for real.
And you support him?
I support some of the things that will happen with him in that. Because what they really want to do, they want to
Like what?
break down the country. They want to break down the country and build it from scratch.
So Trump is not taking down the entire country and rebuilding from scratch. That's ridiculous. But he is trying to actively undermine our current democratic processes. Right now, he's trying to get different states, like Texas specifically, to redraw their maps and gerrymander themselves more seats so that they can specifically try to take back 2026 so that they can ingrain more power. And I support specifically, right, what Newsom is doing, right, in fighting back and saying that if Donald Trump does this specifically with Texas, which they are, right, he's going to get the consent of the Californian people, something that they're not doing, and he's going to legally rewrite the bounds of California and make it all blue. I fucking totally support that, right? Living in California, and I think everyone living in California, I think it's November, coming up here in November, I think it's November 4th. Let me go, November 4th, there's a special election, and everyone in California who should go out there and vote in support of redrawing all of our fucking places blue to fight back. Do not let Republicans take 2026. Fight back. Fight fire with fire. We need this shit if they're going to be doing that. That is necessary for us to instill our democratic values to ensure that our country, right, stays a democratic country, right? We need to keep that in place, to keep our checks and balances in place. That's very, very important. So go out there and vote, right? If you live in California, I will be doing my due diligence, and I will be voting. Absolutely, living in California, and I will be ensuring everyone around me votes for the very same thing that I can, and I will be doing my damnest to be able to try and get that to happen.
So do you think what I think? I could be wrong. You're a smart dude. You can prove me wrong if that's the case. But the things he is doing right now via tariffs, him creating enemies of previous allies, and just that type of shit that he's doing, excuse my language, it's going to ruin the American dollar, number one. It's going to isolate us even more. It's going to make us a bit of an insignificant country where we can start over.
Okay, so he wants to destroy the country then. You want to destroy the country?
Destroy was a word that I used, and I get it. But if you break it down, there's a lot of problems you can solve. If you can somehow start from scratch.
If you break it down, that causes more problems that you have to solve.
Not necessarily.
No, it does. It really does. You now have more problems to solve. So what you need to do is you need to reform the system in a manner in which you can make it better off for people who are in need. There are ways to reform the system in which do that. Breaking down the system creates more problems for you to have to fix, because problems in which you broke down, institutions that already existed, fixes problems, you have to address those problems now, because now you don't have institutions that are addressing them. So you can try to create systems that existed that fulfill the same very things, right? But it doesn't actually do anything if you completely break it down, right? Because you're going to end up building the same types of structures back up, right? In the same type of connotation. A reform is no different. If you reform, you're changing the structure, and if you destroy and rebuild, you're still changing the structure to something different.
So what problem would it create that we don't already have? We're in debt. Our social issues, we don't need to get started on them necessarily.
Do you want me to give you an example? If you break down the government because there are issues with how the government functions, well, now you have more problems. People don't have a government they can rely on to ensure access to health insurance and medical care, right? We don't have a government to defend us. We don't have a police force. We don't have any type of structure of society at all. So there's so many different issues that would exist if you completely eradicate the government just because there are some issues with how the government functions. You can reform the government to operate in a manner in which will be more effective for the population, but to completely dismantle the government, because that is the case, to then rebuild structures that will be similar to exactly how a government functions would be ridiculous. So breaking it down to be able to rebuild it up makes no sense to do when you can just reform it into the type of society that you want.
I wasn't talking about the government necessarily.
I'm giving an example. It's an analogy.
Okay, I give you that. But we got away from my initial point. Because there are things that you and others like you, like Dean and whatnot, when it comes to SNAP and stuff like that. And when I say that stuff doesn't work, because there are work requirements, there have been work requirements for a very long time that people need to meet and still do not require for that stuff and still struggle.
Okay. All right.
So
Well,
how long do we give our tax dollars to those things and we don't get the benefits from
okay,
them like
so
we're
this is
supposed
a
to?
very small portion of the budget. You are losing more money by voting for Donald Trump because he's adding trillions of dollars to the debt. Because it is the case of the big beautiful bill, adds $3.4 trillion to the debt. Decreases
Not
after-tax
just
income
the
for the
big
bottom 20%
beautiful
of income
bill,
earners,
it's
for the
Donald
bottom
Trump.
10% by over $1,200 a year. So Donald Trump's policies will not save us money by cutting people off of health insurance and food stamps. Overall, we still lose money.
How many Democratic presidents have we had in the last 36 years?
I have to go look back.
But my point is, there's
It's
been
since the
Democratic
1990s.
presidents.
Since
And it hasn't
1990,
changed.
there's
It hasn't changed.
been
There's still been struggles. There's still
three.
been problems. There's still been struggles. There's still been problems. It doesn't matter who's in office. So maybe like, who are we advocating for when we're giving food stamps and stuff like that?
Who are we advocating for when we're looking for
when
people
like
people
when
in
people
need
like
who cannot afford food?
Which was my mother and us being raised.
And that's what I'm
And
saying.
we
We should
didn't-
expand those systems so that you should have been able to get access to
How
it,
long?
given that you
How
were in
long
need.
should we wait?
We need to.
Do you think it's ever going to happen?
Wait. When you say how long should we wait, that's not really a question. Like, I don't think we should wait at all, right, for these systems to exist. But how long will we have to wait is the real question when you support candidates in which gut these fucking programs. We're going to have to wait a hell of a lot longer if you continue to gut these fucking programs to be able to extend them to people who need them. You're the one gutting the program. You're the one making it take longer. Do you not realize that?
But if those programs don't exist, doesn't that incentivize people to work more, get more educated, to make more money?
Wait, repeat that?
If those programs don't exist, doesn't that incentivize people to actually get out there and work more, maybe become more educated,
So you
get
could
better
say
jobs,
starving to death works as an incentive to get people to go out and work. But there are better ways to incentivize people to work that don't include starving people to death, including children, by the way.
It's easy to go to that extreme to say starving, and I get it. No,
that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying the threat of starvation to death will get more people to work.
I didn't say at the snap of a Thanos finger, just completely get rid of it. That's not what I said. But if you say limit Section 8 benefits to 2 years, that's just an example. You got 2 years of help with your rent and things like that to get your stuff together. Do you think that you get that point? I'm not saying do away with it all just instantly.
No, you don't want to do away with this. You want to ensure that people have a baseline standard. The point of these are safety nets. A safety net is to ensure that if someone falls through the cracks of the system, that they are caught by something that allows them to be brought back up to the system so that they can engage in social mobility.
Okay, so
that's the point of a social safety net, is to ensure that no one is left behind. No one's left behind.
I'm gonna ask this question one more time. So what for the people that work their ass off and struggle and still can't provide, but don't
That's who I'm fighting for. That's when I come on here every single day and I'm advocating for universal healthcare systems, childcare systems, paid family leave, paid maternity leave, paid paternity leave, right? Better working conditions, higher wages, right? Having a higher minimum wage, things like that. Increase wages, create better working conditions for people who currently cannot afford it. Right now in this country, we haven't had an increased minimum wage on a federal standpoint since fucking 2009. 2009, and you have people in Congress specifically who are saying, oh, we haven't had an increase in terms of our salary since 2009, like Mike Johnson, while simultaneously arguing that we shouldn't increase the fucking minimum wage.
I don't care about them or him. And it's 2009, we've had what, 2 Democratic presidents, Obama and Biden. They weren't able to get that raised either. So if you take those
Obama,
programs,
that was a raise under Obama. And you're saying that they couldn't at other points? That's because of Congress. Congress has to do that.
okay, so that's another point of mine. If you get down to it and figure it out, like there's no one you can elect that's going to solve these problems.
Yes, there is.
Right.
We can get people in Congress.
That,
if you get enough people in Congress who support increasing the minimum wage will fucking increase. I'm sorry, do people like forget how democracy functions and forget how democracy works? If you get enough attention to an issue, if you get enough people to go out and there and vote, you can change things. I'm some fucking random kid who grew up in Iowa. Right? Because I wanted to do something about the state of affairs that existed in my country, I did something about it. Now there's thousands of people that listen to me every single fucking day because I did something about it. Because I actually tried to do something. Instead of just thinking about it, I went out and did something. Right? That's exactly what I'm trying to get people to go out and do. Protest in ways in which they are effective at. This is a way I protest in which I'm effective at. There's so many different ways that people can do that in their own lives and skills in which they have, in which they can bring to normie communities these different types of views. Because we are heavily fucking lacking in normie communities, right? In typical areas of life. Not just the heavily hyper-politicalized spaces, right? Hyper-politicized spaces. We need to be in the normie spaces where people aren't very political. It needs to be commonplace to care about people, to want compassion for people around you, and to want people to have basic fucking needs. And to also know that you can do so in a fiscally responsible way. There are fiscally responsible ways to ensure that people are also going to be taken care of, right? You don't have to, while also advocating for progressive policy, also advocate to not be fiscally responsible, because it's inevitable reality that if we are not fiscally responsible right now, our children will have to suffer because of it, because they will have higher interest payments on their debt and they'll be able to pay for less in terms of benefits because of it. Their benefits will decrease over time because it is the case that we're putting so much money into the debt. So actually the debt that exists right now, because it's so high in terms of the interest payments, that actually is antithetical to the American dream. It's making it worse off for our children than it was for us. Also, not addressing climate change. You have a person in the position of president who literally doesn't believe climate change is caused by humans, who thinks the climate's going to start cooling and that science just doesn't know it yet. That's actively ridiculous.
Climate change is caused by humans.
What's up?
I don't think climate change is caused by humans.
Okay. Well, you're the problem. I'm going to go on to the next person. I'm not next person. I'm going to get off everyone. I actually have to get off. I love everyone so much. Thank you, everyone, for coming through today, everyone. I really appreciate it. I had just hit over 5 hours for the stream, everyone, and my girlfriend's about to get back. So I'm just going to say I thank you to everyone who came on today. Really appreciate it. I've had the main account back, so make sure to follow me here on the main account if you haven't already. My videos are not sending out here on TikTok, so please, please, please go over to my YouTube if you want to see any of my videos, or go over to my Instagram. That's where my videos actually send out. On Instagram, they send out. On YouTube, they send out. I'd recommend to go check out the YouTube. We post 3 videos every single day. 3 videos every single day. You can go check it out. Also, you can see my live streams every single day. If you miss any of my live streams, you can watch the whole live stream back, right? If you miss it at all. So I recommend to go over there and go check out my YouTube channel. I put a lot of work and effort into it. I would really appreciate if you go do that. The YouTube shorts have been popping off recently, so I just want to say I really appreciate it. It's outperforming my TikTok. Which is amazing. So I really appreciate everyone so much. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. I would really appreciate. If you're on TikTok, make sure to go over there and like my YouTube and go check out my YouTube, subscribe. If you're on TikTok as well, make sure to follow if you haven't already. And if you're going to stay here on TikTok, I do have someone you can raid. Everyone go make sure to go raid Erica. Look up Erica_Shantae. Type it in the comment section, everyone, for the people who are staying on TikTok, Erica_Shantae. Spam Parker raid, spam love from Parker, everyone. Make sure to go raid Erica and show Erica some love. We're going to go and get off, everyone, for today. I love everyone so much. Have a fantastic night, everyone, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.